Mexican American educational issues. In this section, we learn how many Mexican Americans face segregation in schools and how they were punished for speaking Spanish and were placed in lower academic tracks that limited their opportunities. Schools promoted English only instructions and ignored Mexican culture, which contributed to deculturization by pressuring students to abandon their language and identity. In the article, they state segregated schools, housing, and discrimination in employment became the Mexican American heritage. Page 93. There was two stages that the discrimination in education towards Mexican Americans. The first stage involved the treatment of Mexicans who remained after the conquest, and the second stage was during the late 19th and early 20th centuries when U.S. farmers encouraged the immigration of farm laborers from Mexico and political and education. The Mexican community wanted a bilingual education for their children. They wanted their children to be able to read and write in Spanish, but also learn to speak and write in English. Mostly schools ran by Catholic churches were bilingual instructed. In Texas, bilingual education was not allowed in Catholic schools. Mexican children who were attending segregated schools were put in deculturization programs. This program was used to take away the value and cultures of Mexicans and replace Spanish with English. This caused many Mexican children to drop out of school because of the anti-Mexican curriculum. The Mexican American community protested the denial of education to their children and the existence of school segregations. The League of United Latin American Citizens, LULAC, adopted a code that was designed to integrate the culture of Mexico. They were in favor for linguism and instructions of cultural traditions in schools. In 1928, ULAC challenged school segregations. At the end of World War II, they finally resulted in the end of segregations for African Americans and Mexican American students. Something that we could do to teach diversity in schools is read books that educate students about Mexican American educational issues. A book that we can read is Separate is Never Equal by Duncan Tonatiuh. This book addresses discrimination in schools and children's right to equal education. It teaches children about the real court case, Silva Mendez and her family's fight versus Westminster and the school equality.